It was a subcarrier for a mainline aircraft, or for a mainline company, and I just couldn't think of the call sign. So I asked my trainer, like, "Hey, who's this?" And without missing a beat, hesitation, nothing, and he just said Goose Jet. So immediately I key up and say Goose Jet. Hey everybody, I'm Trevor Barry. I've been in the FAA about 7 years now. I've been a controller at my current facility, the DFW Air Traffic Control Towers, for a little over 2 years. I was born in New York on Long Island, and I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania. I bounced around in the Northeast a little bit with various jobs until I got hired on by the FAA, which moved me south. As far as NATCA involvement, I'm currently the facility legislative representative at DFW and a state coordinator on the Southwest Region Legislative Committee. In the past, I've been a FAC rep, vice president, served on local safety councils as recurrent training cadres. I've been to convention, CFS, NAC in Washington, which by far is my favorite event to go to. Most recently, during the government shutdown, volunteers were needed to help out with the leafletting campaign, so I volunteered to do that. Had no idea what I was doing or getting into for leafletting. Had no idea really what that was, but I volunteered for that at DFW, and little did I know I was sort of put in charge of that effort, and very overwhelmed at first. Ended up being a 13-day campaign. Luckily, I had a ton of dedicated people locally, regionally, nationally to help out and help keep me on track and plan, coordinate, and put together this very successful leafletting campaign event in this area. We covered multiple terminals at the airport. We're able to hand out 10,000 or so pamphlets and educate the public on why this government shutdown had to end, and ask for their help to contact their senators to get an end to this quickly. We did 12-hour shifts some days. I had great people that I work with at my facility that were able to adjust their schedules and allow me the time off work to help coordinate this and make sure it went off as successfully as we were able to make it. And then on their own time, they came out and helped us hand out pamphlets along with people from all North Texas facilities, their family members, their spouses, their kids, all in their own time. Over 200 people showed up in a 2-week period. We had people drive from Austin, from Oklahoma, from Arkansas, Louisiana. It was amazing to see the sacrifice that everyone put into this to make it as successful as possible during these really tough times that we've never seen before. In total, over 1,000 hours of volunteer time was put into this, and it helped. We were one little piece of the puzzle, but it definitely helped educate the public and get the word out to Congress that the shutdown could not continue. It was unprecedented times, and just one of the attacks that we've had to fight against, and there will probably more to come. It was humbling to see everybody help out and step up and become one, and that's what it's all about. So hopefully we never have to do it again. If we do, it means some bad things are happening again. But if we do, we'll be ready, and we'll be able to hit it again. Let's see, hobbies. I like to travel. I love to go to sporting events, live sporting events. Most sports, pretty much anything. I recently got scuba certified, so I want to get into that a little bit more. I'm about halfway through my hours for the requirement for private pilot training, so that's been a lot of fun. NATCA to me means family. It's pretty much that simple. It's something that's it's bigger than yourself. It's an extension of your family at home. It's brother and sisterhood that everybody gets together to fight for the common goal. You really get to see it in tough times like this past government shutdown. People that typically aren't involved really want to step up and get involved and help each other, which is inspiring to see. There's so many great leaders, to get guidance from. It's amazing to see the sacrifice and the dedication that people put into it. And it's really all it is. It's one big family, and you do what you have to do to help each other, no matter how tough times get. We all have to stick it out, and we're all in it together. So one thing I guess that some people that I've worked with in the past or during training would probably say it's kind of a little quirk, I guess, or a personality trait, is that I can be pretty gullible, especially in training. I'll just kind of, look for guidance from the trainer and just kind of go with it without questioning anything. So there's a few instances. One of them, I was training and just had a little bit of a memory lapse, and I couldn't remember a call sign for an aircraft that was Golf Juliet Sierra, GJS. It was a subcarrier for a mainline aircraft, or for a mainline company, and I just couldn't think of the call sign. So I asked my trainer, like, hey, who's this? And without missing a beat, hesitation, nothing, I just said GooseJet. So immediately I key up and say GooseJet 3517, or whatever the numbers were, and gave it taxi instruction. And then the entire tower cab erupts in laughter because it's clearly not GooseJet. It was, I was supposed to say Lindbergh. So that one is kind of funny, and I guess fairly common, but I didn't even think twice about it. Another time I was training on local control this time, and I'm fairly familiar with general aviation aircraft and aircraft in general, but a general aviation single engine aircraft is coming in on final, and the instructor says, hey, did you check for their gear down? So without hesitation, I grab the binoculars, I look out the window, checking for gear, and everyone just starts laughing, of course, because it's a fixed gear aircraft. So I guess that's one thing that I guess would be a little quirk that people might realize I have once they work around me, is that I can be gullible sometimes. What I would say to people out there who aren't sure if they want to get involved or how to get involved in NATCA is you need to do it. It's one of the best things you can do. Ask anybody at your facility, talk to your e-board, talk to people at events that you go to, but I strongly encourage you to get involved no matter what capacity. It could be something at your local facility, it could be something regionally. Definitely attend national events. It will open your eyes to so many amazing things that are going on your behalf. There's so much hard work out there being done to fight for you and for your benefits and for your families that you really need to check it out and get involved. But you can ask anybody that's involved in NATCA how to, and they will gladly, with open arms, help you come in and put in some hard work, and you'll forever be thankful that you did that.